How's it going, everybody? My name is Scopes. Today I'm going to be showing you how to get to the Consecrated Snowfield and Mountaintop of the Giants early. I'm going to be doing it from Capital Outskirts. You can technically do this from the beginning of the game. This is going to consist of doing two glitches back to back. The first one being the flying horse glitch, in which to set it up, you have to jump off of your horse and then quit out of the game before your character hits the ground. You'll see me fail a couple times. It is a little bit difficult at first to try and learn how to do. But then after that, we're going to be doing the zip glitch to get there. This is primarily for people who want to either have access to a weapon like the Rivers of Blood early on in the game. You'll know that you did the flying horse glitch right if when you load back into the game, your horse is standing on the ground next to you. And then you're going to have to go to an area where you can fall off of the map and die so your horse can die. So right here, I'm going to watch the edge. I'm going to preload the save quick game menu and then wait for my screen to show that I'm falling as I edge forward very slightly. And then I click A and I get out of the game really quick and then come right back. And you will see that my horse, as you just heard, died. And now when I try to get him back, it's asking me to resummon Steed. And I have to use a flask. And then when I resummon him, I'll be floating and able to walk on the air. Now, this glitch could technically be done from the beginning of the game. I did it from this location as the glitch is pretty hard to do on some of these slanted surfaces. You need pretty much a flat surface that you can fall straight down from. The reason I had the graphics on 800 by 450 was because I found that it's a bit more consistent for me on lower graphics in terms of when the horse actually falls off. When I had a higher graphics, sometimes it was not working for me. But you're going to make your way over to here, and then the way this glitch works is that as you move upward on a surface, it will move your character upward, and you'll continue to float at that height unless you go against a surface that is angled down or sloped downward, at which point you will then start to go down. So the reason you can't go straight to Mountaintop of the Giants while doing this glitch is because if you keep going up these walls, as I am showing here, you'll eventually actually hit the death barrier that exists for if you were to jump off of the sides of the world in Mountaintops of the Giants towards the Consecrated Snowfield. You'll actually hit that barrier by continuing to go up. So we're going to make our way up the sides of these slants, of these little ramps here, and try and get to a height that is high enough to go up to the grounds of the Consecrated Snowfield. I was testing out the sea here to try and see, just if I could get just above it. And that's important because in order to get out of the glitch, you have to be right about ground level. On top of that, I wanted to be above the death there if there was one. Because if you keep going up, you do just instantly die as you get closer to the Mountaintop of the Giants. Just instantly die with your horse. So we'll make our way over to Consecrated Snowfield here. And so you'll continue to float, and then once you are actually, make sure you're on a surface. So right here, I can't tell exactly if I'm like an inch or so above the surface, so I just went onto this slant to make sure it was okay. And I jump off, and then I'm fine. If I were to do that on, so if I go back on the horse, it'll still float, like I just showed. But if you jump off on this slant where your horse is on the ground, you'll be fine to do that. If you do it anywhere else, you will actually die. So I just make my way across the Consecrated Snowfield, make sure to avoid that convoy. Grab the Site of Grace in case I die in the next portion of this, and I have access to the Consecrated Snowfield, which then means you could either go ahead and get access to the Brace of the Halig Tree and Michaela and go to Millennia as early as the beginning of the game. But I wanted to show here how to get to the Mountaintop of the Giants from here. Just for those people who want to be able to do it, and obviously the other way would be possible. If you have access to Mountaintop of the Giants, it is easier to get access to the Consecrated Snowfield, as there is a glitch that will allow you to have early access without the medallions already. However, this is a way I found that would make it easy for people to be able to get up to the Mountaintop of the Giants from Consecrated Snowfield if you want to do so very early on in the game. This can be done from doing some of the wrong warps to get to Volcano Manor so that you can unlock the Grand Lift of Dectus without ever having to have killed any of the shard bearers. Here you're going to see I'm going to be coming up on a minor Erd tree. At this point in time, there will not be a boss in front of me as I have already killed it. And that's where you can see my runes in the bottom right down here. But if you do come here on it's your playthrough and you have not killed this boss already, there will be one standing there. Right here, I'm going to do the zip glitch, and you'll see I end up right in Commander Niles' boss arena. I was coming back to record this, and that was the first time I attempted it, and it did that. On subsequent attempts, I have landed in a couple different places, here being one I wanted to show, right by the front of Castle Sol, and I'll be able to jump down and grab the Site of Grace. So you would have to do, in order to do this from the beginning of the game, you'd have to do the wrong warp to be able to get to Grand Lift of Dectus, and then make your way to all the way to the end of Landel, and then you wouldn't have to kill Morgott to have access to the Mountaintop of the Giants. So if you wanted to go ahead and get a end game weapon early, you could do so from here. I will do my best to link some of the glitches in the description and annotate on the video. That's all for today's video. If you guys have any questions, leave the questions down in the comments. Give the video a like if it helped, and subscribe for some more. Thanks.